Belka did nothing wrong. What's up, Pico?
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on, I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Usia, has been seized by the Erusian Army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Usia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Usian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Usia was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Usians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usia, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans, but to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone.
As of 1 p.m. today,
The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
Princess Rosa Cassette Delete of the Kingdom of Erusia. Today, Osean airstrikes have shattered the lives of countless Erusians. Their attacks practically leveled the school I went to. It is heartbreaking. Tragic.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Yuzian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Yes, I think that was Greta talking back there, Ripper. You guys should have the ability to rewind a stream. You can always go back and watch if you want to. There's actually a lot of references in here to even
has
history.
made a declaration to the Ocean Federation and all countries on the Yuzian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Okay. Duckman, yes, that's an announcement that I have created. It's a bot just to talk about the subject of ads. As I was talking with you last night, there's, incentive I'm working towards with Twitch, and that's the reason why we have ads the way we do. I'm about to run an ad break in just a few moments because you guys are going to see one in 6 minutes, and I'd rather you see the initial setting up and stuff or miss that with an ad than miss parts of the game. Now in my queue I have one other person, so I'm gonna pick obviously the next person, and that's going to be M Captain. So M Captain, you get to choose the plane that I pick, okay? And I'm gonna go ahead and start. I already picked it. Alright, I'm gonna run a 3-minute ad while I get this plane set up. Alright, and then we'll go from that. Fire Smoke, thank you for the sub. Oh, go away, ads. That's one way to do it, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. I really do. Thank you. Alright, 3-minute ad for those of you guys who aren't subbed. Don't worry, you're not going to miss too much. And then we'll get into the mission here. I'm going to set things up as we go, okay? So there, we're starting the ad now. Let's go into it. Alright, so you wanted the Gripen, which I have actually set up already. Okay, so we're going to do air-to-ground lock-on missile, or air-to-air lock-on, SASM. Air-to-air burst missiles. I feel like streaming AC Trinity now as well later. There you go. Also, what ad? Thanks, Beakup. Alright, so let's see. So we've got our aircraft, we've got our special weapon. Looks kind of wonky on that plane, almost like it's too big. But okay. Let's see. Parts. What do we have for parts? Automated fire extinguisher, Queen's Custom. These two are pretty much standard on every plane that I'm going to run. Proximity fuse for better missile power. Ramjet propulsion for farther flight distance. And then increased homing capabilities. What am I missing anything here? High energy propellant is kind of nice because they go faster, they're harder to dodge. But obviously I've got, oh, special weapon augmentation. I don't need that. I can get rid of that one. Multiple target threat, special, nah, I don't care about special missile. You know what, I'll leave it for right now so you guys can kind of see how I have this thing originally set up. And then there's other things that we can try as we go. It's the version of the Brazilian Air Force is receiving. Really, Ripper? That's interesting. I didn't know that. That's cool. And the rest of the stuff I don't really need to worry about too much. Danger zone! Is this an ad for Pixel Planes? This is not an ad. This is me playing the game because I freaking love the game, and I just wanted to. Skins. We'll do Oshia. We'll continue to rep for Oshia. And there's the trigger emblem. I kind of feel like let's be a spare. Now, if you would like to pick the next plane, all you need to do in chat is type !Q join. !Q join. Console? I'm playing this on PC, but I suppose you could. Let's keep NDA intact and not more. Okay. You can say more, but you have to kill me after. Ah, got it. Alright. So, Fire Smoke, if it comes to you next time, you can pick it. You'll pick the Mirage 2000, that's fine. Personally, I find the story Ace Combat 7 somewhat weak. I completely agree with the B-Cup. Especially after, yeah, I mean, the Holy Trinity, right? So that's Ace Combat. Is that 5? No, isn't that 4, 5, and 0? I started at 4. 5 was great, and then 0 was a lot of fun. What am I doing? A MechWarrior Online stream? I don't know, Vices. You see, well, yes, I'm playing with a wireless Xbox controller just because it's easier. I do have an old joystick, which I could try to set up if you guys really want to see me try that. I could set that one up and see. You started in 2, okay. 2 was cool. The music in 2 is fantastic. 3 seemed a little wonky, but you know, it is what it is.
Mage Squadron, sortie, ASAP.
Let's go. Ads are done. We're all good. Let's move. Thank you for sticking through all this.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
Giving away our world of
But any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles?
All right.
They should be close. Yep.
As Kitten said, we're giving away World of Warships subscriber camouflage exclamation point ticket gets you in. These codes are good for pretty much anywhere in the world except for, I believe, CIS. I believe that the split up has occurred.
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Missed one.
Get the fighters out there! Attack the radar vehicle!
They've got their anti-air guns aimed right at us.
Yeah, it's interesting, like, the games... I can never really understand the plot, but apparently they're all tied together, which is kind of weird.
Interceptors now!
At least to me.
We don't have any engines. We're using the containers now. We Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound.
Let's try our
Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
special weapon.
We'll go. Here they come. Take them down.
Oh!
Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars.
2 targets remaining.
That radar was just about to go online.
Just weed through the missiles. You'll be fine.
Base was too far from Allied territory.
Trigger, there's 1 more to go.
Yeah, but I want to kill things. Let's kill a gas tank.
Frank, do it.
Yeah! I blowed up the gas tank.
Keep your eyes open in those clouds.
Oh,
destroyed.
the watchtower.
Getting on rock. Breaking. Bandit on your 6. Watch it.
Nope. Be right by.
Target lock. Firing.
Missile away.
Kill the
Target
truck.
is in range of guns.
I'm on this one's tail.
Hello, MiG-21.
Missed.
I figured I was gonna miss that one.
Breaking out of lock. Page 2. Enemy has a radar lock
Now
on
there
you.
are also flares you can drop, like what I just did there.
Enemy missile detected.
Page 2, walking.
Enemy's traveling a long way.
probably
so
slow
they're trying
down
to
a
end this
little bit.
quickly.
Take that, gas tank.
Vehicle down.
Oh, I missed. It was too far. It was too close. There we go. I only have, you know, I only have 17 more of these damn things.
Roland 2, Fox 2.
Oh, hello.
Frank, do it. Enemy's airstrikes are falling. We're done for. That's the stuff. The clouds
These
don't
guys
just
aren't really
affect
good
your
at
field of
dodging
vision.
head-on
They
attacks.
also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock on to their targets too.
When in doubt, go with guns. Alright, the Gripen is pretty fun to play.
Enemy will crash
Or
in
the
a
Gripen,
residential
sorry.
area.
Just worry about staying alive for now.
Got plenty of time. Let's continue shooting down some planes,
Take
huh?
down the enemy without damaging any public facilities. That's gonna be a circus. I maneuver behind the enemy.
This guy's slow. Here, take some missiles.
Didn't connect. Target lock. Firing. Get away from that
really?
vehicle. Now.
You missed.
Scratch me up. Continue with combat.
Alright, special weapon.
All right. Clean up that last radar vehicle.
All right, I'll do it.
Your way now.
Cruise missile. Look at that thing going. Doink!
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work.
Oh, to see the Erusians' faces now.
Continue with the mission.
Alright,
Crush
Stevie.
as many as you can.
Enemy
Oh,
transports are taxiing.
oh.
Target is in range of guns. All right.
C-17?
This base is
No.
worth destroying.
Destroy the target.
3 targets remaining.
No, they're not linked to the radar vehicles. Launch manually. Redo the setup. Here's some feedback from those forwarders. Write your manuals in a language we can understand.
1,200 knots at 4,000 feet, rolling on floor, laughing my ass off. Actually,
Launch preparations complete. Bolts are free. Whenever you're
oh!
ready. Dead clear, 15 meters.
That was a spicy one.
Huh? Keep your mind focused. UAVs ready to launch. Away.
Uh-oh. Ah, see, it's the trucks. I knew it. I should have killed all of them.
What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogeys on radar. They're close.
Wait.
We got an ace.
You're cleared to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way
Spawn
they look
killed
and
the
move,
ace.
They gotta be drones. Well spotted, clown. No doubt about it. We're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs.
Bye,
Hey,
drone.
bandits are drones.
Column 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
It doesn't matter.
He's saying the war could change in an instant. Get over it.
Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a
Lost
bit more
luck at the last
warning.
second, damn
Enemy
clouds.
UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah.
Column Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
Aw.
Column 2, the enemy's reading you.
B-Cup, you can try it. I don't know if it'll work or not. If not, you can also send it to Sithkit and she can post it on your behalf.
I'm iced up.
I missed it.
The enemy knows a few moves, but that's about it.
Because you're talking about
Chase
the
him
lore,
down and
right?
pull the trigger.
Are you guys sick yet? Are you getting nauseous?
I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
Yeah, it's all good, dude.
Here's a bar I want to try.
You're doing good.
One to go. Let's get through this without any
Head on.
casualties.
Fly directly to the forehead. Disaster.
Target is in range of guns.
I like that.
Column 1, box 2.
Want to get the kill shot for you. Nope, missed.
Mage 2, walking.
I'm iced up.
Oh my god.
The aircraft is icing up. I'm getting a warning.
Get out
Yes,
of the clouds.
icing up in the
ISO mounts are
clouds.
screwing up the accuracy.
See, this mission is designed to teach you about the other mechanic in this game, the clouds, right?
Trigger, don't let them give you the runaround. Take them down one at a time. Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft
Dumb
confirmed
firing.
down.
When you absolutely
Skies
have to
are
kill the
clear.
drone.
Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
This definitely is not going to cause civilian
That's how war
casualties.
is these days.
You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
Last one needs to be a gun skill. Sorry.
The current
Oh, cool.
target is
You got
on
the link.
rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has...
Alright, so that's that one. It's a very good video. Alright. Maybe you can post it in Discord, B-Cup as well. Cause
You've given
obviously I
us
won't see
air
this later.
superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours.
Any comment? Oh, A's rank again. Any comments so far on the game, the audio, all that kind of stuff? Is it looking good, sounding good, all that? And it looks to me like Fire Smoke is going to be the person that picks our next plane because nobody else has joined the queue.